こんにちは。ビビと申します。よろしくお願いします。今回はファーストディセンダント遊んでいこうと思います。お願いします。じゃあストーリー進めていきましょうかね。アイテムはまだ大丈夫だね。ガイドと話す。また遠いところにいるね。
Descendants, I did not wish for this to happen. But if I had continued to oppose the use of the Iron Heart, any trust you had in me would have been lost. I had no other choice but to wait for the best moment to effectively reveal my purpose. Descendant, can you guess what my purpose may be, and what the final option is? To ensure humanity's survival? When we were first linked, we both said we needed the Iron Hearts. That for humankind, an Iron Heart was a means to close the dimensional wall. In which case, why would a guide need Iron Hearts? To deliver them to humankind? No, Descendants. The reason why I need the Iron Hearts is to ensure their destruction. If the dimensional wall is closed, a much bigger cataclysmic event will occur, as you have witnessed. However, so long as the dimensional wall exists, the energy emitted from any Iron Heart will always draw entities from other dimensions to Ingress. For humankind and Ingress to truly experience peace, all Iron Hearts must be destroyed. This is what the ancestors have passed down to me. The regret of your forebears with the future generation as your only hope. Descendants, now is the time to choose. Please, I hope all of humankind will accept the sacred mission left behind by the ancestors.
Hold on a sec. Are you going to destroy the Iron Heart? That's your true purpose?
If that's the case, the Iron Hearts could have just been destroyed in the first place. She probably didn't know until she saw what happened when we used one. And there's no way Alpha would have allowed it.
It seems there are no other options.
Descendants, I have received the details of your conversation with the guide. I wish to speak with the Descendants regarding the operation. No, regarding the future of humanity. I invite you all to return to HQ. The success of this destroying the Iron Heart. I'll be honest, it's shocking. I must admit, had I known about this from the start, I would not have used the guide as a strategic asset at all. However, the only reason I'm still calm, even after hearing all of this, is because the operation to close the dimensional wall failed. The enduring wish of humanity was all in vain. Damn it. However, Descendants, the destruction of the Iron Heart is not a decision I can make on my own. Have you ever wondered why the Magisters continue to assist humankind? Officially, our alliance with the Magisters has its roots in our fight against a common enemy, the Vulgus. However, there is an inconvenient truth. Something which Albion headquarters has classified as top secret. The Magisters want the Ironhearts for their own purposes. The reason they came to us is because their ambition for the Ironhearts differed from Corell's. Humankind entered into an agreement with the Magisters to receive scientific technology and resources, in exchange for finding and delivering the Ironhearts to them. Closing the dimensional wall was also a common goal, born from the mutual understanding between humankind and the Magisters. But their true aim was entirely different. Which is why, if we destroy the Ironheart without consulting them, we will no longer have the support of the Magisters. Descendants, humanity is in a terrible position where we're unable to survive on our own. Without the Magister's technology, we can no longer plan for our future. I was afraid we would become dependent upon this new entity, the Guide, when faced with this situation. That is why I rejected the Guide. And all of this is why we cannot immediately destroy the Ironheart. We are caught between a rock and a hard place. I need some time to collect my thoughts. I also need to discuss this with the Council of Magisters. For the time being, please obey Nell's command and proceed with the operation. Until I return, I would like the Descendants to consider this development and the future of humanity. We'll discuss our ultimate decision at a later time.
どうなっていくんだろうね。強国占領作戦。
What is it now? Descendants, I understand everyone will be feeling very confused right now, myself included. However, in times such as these, we need to focus on operations and prepare for the enemy's counteroffensive directed at the Ironheart. It just so happens that Valby has returned from recon with some promising intel. And since this mission is critical to the White Knight Gulch occupation, I need you to join Valby and Eugen as part of it. In the meantime, the executive officers will assist Albion and Alpha.
警戒区の前哨基地でバルビーと話す。ここか。
To work harder. Ah, there you are! Are you hurt at all? I was wondering if Dr. Han would have to take a look at you first, but thankfully, I see that won't be necessary. Such a shame about the Ironheart and the dimensional wall. To be honest, I was surprised to hear about our relationship with the Magisters. I thought it was an alliance forged against a common enemy, the Vulgus. I'm starting to appreciate what Alpha said about everything having a price. Anyway, it seems the Magisters have already found 1 or 2 Ironhearts to study. That won't be dangerous, will it? Maybe the real danger will be with this operation. While I was tracking the source of the mysterious gaze, I discovered the location of the base of the Order of Truth. Our mission objectives are to infiltrate the base, find out why the Vulgus forces have been decreasing, and strike the core facilities. There are signs of Eugen's missing medical corps members that are connected to the base. We'll be rescuing and extracting them as well. This mission will be a little dangerous, but let's make it a success and keep everyone alive. We can do this.
Our first target is a structure overlooking the entire gulch called the Eye of Truth. I've sent the mission details about the target and nearby objectives. Make sure you look them over.
So, the culprit behind the ominous gaze you felt is the Eye of Truth?
Yup. The closer you get to it, the more you feel it stare.
で、ここで任務を遂行すればいい。
We have to remove the barrier in order to approach the Eye of Truth. I've already checked the pulse in the water to find the targets.
It never ceases to amaze me how useful your arcade is.
どこだ？
Artillery fire and focus on the target. Strength lesson.
やべ、弾切れだ。白弾。
Target is close by. The shield pulse is becoming weaker. Keep it up.
弾切れかまった。見えない。
Last target. Don't lose your focus. Once the barrier is removed, we'll be able to stop the damage and continue searching the area.
Pulse is weakening. Now, let's do this.
なんだこれは。ライトがただ。
I found a route that leads to the Eye of Truth. There's a vulgar signal coming from inside. Tread lightly.
I can feel the vulgar's pulse ahead.
どこ行け？行こうか。殲滅。
You handle the fight while I check the situation. Okay?
reinforcements have arrived. Are they really trying to stop us?
Found a Vulgus data terminal. Maybe we can use it to find the information we need.
Well done, Valby. Let's see what's in there.
まだいる。ターゲットとインタラクトする。どこだ。登れなかった。まだある。
That's the voice of one of the members of the medical corps. Damn it! I can't make it out clearly because of the noise.
Watch out! It's a trap! I can feel water drops shaking. The powerful Vulgus must have arrived.
Albion, we have detected a
Okay.
rescue request signal left by the medical corps. We'll rescue them by any means
バル
necessary.
ビーと話す。
I don't feel the gaze anymore. You did it! We've gained entry into the Order's fortress. Join us there.
一回戻ってマッサリーランク上げてこようか。これは上げてた方がいいんだよね。で、実験室管理者なんて書いてあった？読めなかったな。これか？ボイドベッセル作戦デバイス。ボイドベッセルに移動するためにボイドレーダーを操作して目標座標を固定するデバイス、ボイド空間への移動に必要だ。これやってた方がいいのかな。
Hound, this is HQ. Please report on the status of units to be deployed to the new Void vessel. Target code VV072.
This is Inez of Hound. All personnel are currently deployed on other operations. Be advised that only one unit is available. Please confirm whether Descendant support has been greenlit. Operation cannot proceed without Descendant reinforcements. Over.
That is currently under discussion. The operation must proceed regardless, so please be ready on your end as soon as possible, Hound. Sorry to keep you waiting, Descendant. The situation is critical. Let me explain why you've been called in. An unidentified void vessel has been discovered in the void abyss. We have contacted Hound, the unit responsible for dealing with void vessels, but it seems they are short-handed. Apologies, you might not have heard of void vessels. Descendant, do you remember the wreckage of large ships floating in the Void Intercept battle location? Void vessels is the name we have given to these wrecked ships and massive amounts of debris drifting in the void. Hound is a unit dedicated to searching void vessels. When a new void vessel appears, they are the first to move in, scouting for threats, securing the space, and exploring it. However, due to the physical demands of surviving in the void, they only have a few members. They have descendants in their ranks, but they are extremely few and far between, leaving the unit constantly short-handed. So it's not uncommon for them to request descendant support, but now is not a good time. As you may have noticed, the reason I called you here is to deploy you on this operation. Someone with experience and understanding of void space, as well as the capabilities to deal with any eventuality. Well, you are the only one who fits the bill right now. We need to explore this void vessel. It was found in the abyss, which we have not been able to survey until now. Go and see Inez and Keelan, the Hound descendants. They will assist you. I'm counting on you, Descendant.
新規メインクエストボイドレーダーでは観測できなかった未知なるボイド深層部で新たな信号が探知されました。新規メインクエストボイドベッセルを進行できます。ボタンで新規メインクエストを確認してください。ボイドベッセルは既存のメインクエストとはまた別の流れで進行します。ボイドベッセルを先に進めても既存のメインクエストの進行度は維持されます。イングリスにはカレルやアイアンハート以外にも重要な目標が数多く存在します。様々な物語を楽しみながら継承者の使命を果たし世界の真実を暴いてみせましょう。これはじゃあ別に今やらなくていいのか。ストーリー気になるからストーリーから先にやった方がいいかな。これさっきのやつだよね。ここからやろうか、このメインクエストみたいなやつ。あれかな、マスターランクで解放されるのかな。今上げたら解放されたからね。8から解放されるのかな、今のやつは。そろそろアイテムいっぱいになるね。武器とかいらないやつはちょっと分解しとこうか。これはもう大丈夫か。で外装部もよし。
I need to work harder. Sorry for suddenly leaving you behind earlier. Dr. Han is really trying... In any case, I think it would be best if we left Eugene to focus on searching for the Medical Corps members. I don't think he's in the best state to handle any other missions. We should investigate the Order's base and destroy any major facilities. We need to find out why the Vulgus forces have shrunk at such a worryingly fast rate.
Mina, Ash, do you copy? This is Medical Corps Captain Eugen. Bint, Ribbon, Jane, All members of the medical corps, please respond.
Eugen, we're going to begin our investigation of the Order's base. Make sure you find that unit.
またこれ落ちるパターンか。持ってない。あ、なんかアイテム落ちてる。誰かが先にやってたみたいだ。あ、これやったら他の人と被っちゃうのかな、複合ってこと。誰かやってるね。他のところ行った方がいいかな。なんか邪魔しちゃ悪いからね。あ、やっぱやってるね。向こう側行こうか。どうやって行くんだろうこれ。いけないね。さっきのところ通らないといけないか。あ、やっぱやってるわ。邪魔になるので、邪魔になるっていうか邪魔しちゃ悪いからね。他の任務からやりましょう。これからやろう。収集。
Hi, Descendant. I've distributed the DNA detection catalyst at Eugen's request. If there's any DNA to be detected, it'll be attached to the catalyst and turned into data.
あ、またこれか。これ
The
嫌だ
catalyst
な。
won't last long, so try to collect everything quickly.
苦手なんだよ。これはどうやって行くんだろう。これ間に合うか。めっちゃいろんなところにあるんだけど、どっから行っていいかわからないね。あー、落ちた。あと6個。あ、なんとか間に合いそうだね。で戻るのかまた。あれ向こうか。めっちゃ遠いな。やべやべ。
Huh. I don't understand why it detected human DNA. Thanks for your help. I'll send the data to Eugen.
どこが近いかな。ここかな。あ、遠いね。向こう側渡らないといけないか。どうやって行くんだこれ。向こう側から行った方がいいな。あー、危ない。 さっきの人がやってるよね。これもまた複合になっちゃうね。あの人たちパーティーっぽいからね、ちょっと邪魔しちゃ悪いから違うところやるんでしょう。またこれ崖めんどくさいな。これでいいか。あ、でもまた複合になってるね。
We need to figure out what kind of experiments these Vulgus bastards
あ、
have been
複合は
conducting.
別にあれか、関係ないのか。人がやってるよってことじゃないのか。ハッキング。
I'll hack the device. Traces of human DNA are scattered
Hold up.
throughout this building, not just from my coworkers. I need high-quality samples and data. I'm analyzing the data in real time. It seems they've been conducting some pretty grisly experiments nearby.
Yeah. やばい、めっちゃいっぱい来るんだけど。
Couldn't interpret all the data as some parts
やばい、
are
失敗した。
which is annoying. Even so, we managed to collect quite a lot of data.
これまた受け直さないといけないか。
Yo, Descendant. I bet there's a core facility here that supplies power to the entire area. If we can make it go up in smoke,
Ahora,
we'd be
aparte-
dealing a heavy blow to the
でき
Vulgus.
てたのかな、さっき。敵に集中してると何も読めないからな。回収。でどこ行けんだ。なんか回収するものないよね。あ、回収あった。これで B。
That's weird. The power grid is cut off, but it's still working. Did I choose the wrong facility? Based on the blueprints, there's a backup power source underground. The Vulgus must have activated their backup source. Oh yeah, for sure. They brought their backup power source online. Once that's removed, their hands are tied. Descendant, how's the situation over there? I'm detecting a powerful energy signal. Oh, that's a relief. The
OK。
Vulgus power grid is shutting down in every zone.
あと1個。 球。
There's one last thing I want to check. I hope I'm not right. I still need to check. I need biosamples from them to analyze and form a conclusion.
やばい、壊されてる。多いな。やべ、時間制限あるじゃん。邪魔だなこいつら。あ、めっちゃ撃たれてる。やばい。
I have enough samples.
よし。
Get them right now. Everyone, gather at the forward base. I have some disturbing intel.
浮か室方面のバルガス関門の前で
I
友人と
really
話す。
wish that were the case. But regardless, this intel can't be ignored.
あ、こうやって見れるんだね。で、どこだろう、浮か室って。この上か。登れるかなこれ。階段ある？なんだこれ。こっから行けるかな。あ、行けた。
Now that everyone's here, I'll tell you what I saw.
韓国アイドルみたいな
Underneath
人
this
だ。
fortress, there is a hatchery that breeds Volgus soldiers. It's known as the Pool of Life. It's a disgusting Volgus facility with many horrible uses. During strategy discussions with the medical corps, someone once raised the idea of researching the scope of the Volgus military forces and their estimated losses, as well as how they went about replenishing their forces. The prevailing opinion among the core was that since the majority of the Vulgus legions are organic beings, excluding the Legion of Immortality, they would be limited in the number of units they could mobilize. But Captain Glay had a different theory. She thought that as long as the Vulgus had a supply of DNA organic matter, it would be possible for them to create as many organic Vulgus as they wanted. I genuinely hope her theory is incorrect. But the composition of the organic matter we found is a perfect match for the DNA we previously extracted from Vulgus samples. And the cargo boxes filled with this organic matter are connected to the underground. There's a steady flow of them. I believe my medical corps members must have learned that there was a Vulgus hatchery here, and attempted to investigate. Regardless, it could be incredibly dangerous down there. And it'd be a waste of resources if you get dragged into this because of my selfish interests. Investigating on my own should be sufficient. It would be best for the rest of you to return to Albion.
There you go again, trying to act all cool and tough. You're more like a piece of paper, easy to blow away. Those aren't selfish reasons. They're called the bonds of friendship. We all understand that. We'll let you take the lead, but when we go back together. Including the members of the medical corps.
She really is stubborn.
We should get moving, Dr. Han.
バルビーと話す。この人じゃないの、バルビーって。
I need to work harder.
あれ？あ、違うか。こっから下の方に行くのかな。どこだ？バルビーここにいるけどバグってる？あ、ここか。なんかマークあるね。浮か室に移動。で、このまま行けば。
This doesn't look easy, but before we go, does something feel strange to you? The Order of Truth, one of the main pillars of the Vulgus army, is under attack. Why haven't any of the other legions shown up to defend it? No matter how far this place is from the other legion-occupied zones, it's highly suspicious there hasn't been any support. Do you think it's because of the solid defense line our forces built? Although we've deployed a lot of troops to guard the Ironheart, the enemy hasn't taken the opportunity to launch any counterattacks. And we still haven't figured out why the number of Vulgus forces have dropped so rapidly. If they have a hatchery, shouldn't their troops be increasing? Oh, this is giving me a bad feeling in so many ways. It feels like the inside of my suit is boiling. I hope nothing has happened to the medical corps members.
Mina, Ash, this is Medical Corps Captain Eugen. Please respond. Biz, Ribbon, Jade, please respond.
Let's look for them, Eugen. First, let's investigate if there's anything suspicious about the movements of the Vulgus forces.
It really was a hatchery. It's almost the exact same structure that Captain Glade described in her theory.
やつやってしまった。これどうやってわかんだろうね。 ごめんなさい、なんか一緒にやっちまったよ。すごいな、あんな距離から全部。
Let's look for the control panel, quickly. Even if it's a biocomputer, it'll be in the same vein as any Vulgus terminal. You can get information through your receive. Keep searching for traces of transported human DNA and large amounts of organic matter.
Be careful! An alarm must have gone off somewhere.
あれどこだ。
Seeing as these bastards are trying to stop us, they must be moving in the right direction. It feels like we're getting closer to the answer. Please keep at it just a little longer.
Captain!
あー、クリアしちゃった。
Captain! I don't want to die like this!
Riven, where are you? How about the others?
We're all together. All together.
I'm on my way. Hang in there.
で、浮か室内部でイジンと話す。これはまだいけないのか。この人たちも一緒に同じところやってんのかな。さっきからずっといるよね。どうやって行くんだあっち。行き止まりだな。あ、でもすぐ近くだな。こっから行けるかな。
Damn it. There's something even bigger underneath the hatchery. Interference has cleared up, and I've located the last comms from the team. There is a very strong Vulgus signal coming from that direction. Damn it. I refuse to let him die in a place like this. They mean too much to me. I promise I'll be on my best behavior. I need your help. My people, can you help me rescue them?
It's not about can or cannot. It's a must do. We promised we'd all return together, remember?
Yeah,
生体実
and
験
I'm
室
going
を
to
調
keep
査
that
する。
promise.
これ今やったらまたあの人たちと一緒にやっちゃうんじゃないかな。なんだろうこれ。
こんにちは。
あ、ムルスさんこんにちは。今日も来てくれてありがとう。今ストーリー を進めてる最中です。やっぱいるよね、今やったら。これ一人でやることできないのかな。あ、できるできる。邪魔しちゃ悪いからね、さっきの人たち。パーティーっぽかったから。
This is Eugen. All medical corps members, please respond.
どこだ、下か。
That signal is coming from nearby.
あ、ならない。
Bobby,
あや
I'm
すさん
going to
こん
the
にち
location of
は。
my team
今日も
members'
来てくれてありがとうね。
Take care of the enemy.
そっかそっか。
Affirmative. I'll follow the
邪魔にはな
local
らないん
signal
だ
coming
ね。
from the opposite direction. By the way, what the hell is this place? It's covered in biotissue. It's everywhere.
The cell composition of the biotissue is a lot like the organic matter from the hatchery. The cells also seem to be rapidly and excessively dividing. Put it in human terms, it's like a malignant tumor.
Would that have any impact on operations?
There is something suspicious. The hatchery on the upper level prevents these malignant tumors from growing. There is evidence of limits being placed in soldier production. However, if the production limit was removed and the organic matter was cultivated to capacity, then these types of malignant tumors could rapidly spread. In other words, there is a high possibility that the Vulgus produced an immense number of troops all at once in this facility.
We should gather as much info about this as we can.
どこだ、裏っ側か。エイリアンみたいだね、このステージ。
Descendant Squad, do you copy? We can no longer detect an RK signal from the surface. Please report your status.
HQ, we've discovered a biofacility in the Order's main base which is producing Vulgus troops on a large scale. We're investigating it. We've also located the missing medical corps members.
Copy. Do you copy? RK signal.
HQ, do you copy?
So deep underground the comms link is unstable. We should get this mission over with quickly, so we have time to give a report.
大丈夫か、降りて。うわー、あれが撃てない。危ねえ。
I've confirmed your location. You'll see your family soon. So much you'll be sick of them. Don't give up. Damn it! Out of the way, you bastards!
ああ、もう一発じゃ倒せなくなってきたな、こいつ。 たらね、もっと近く行かないと。
The door in the passageway is closed. Look for red liquid nearby. It's a device that should only read Vulgus biodata, but it looks like it's unable to identify between friend or foe because of the tumors. Just putting your foot in the door will open it.
あ、こんにちは。井戸さんでいいのかな？はじめまして。来てくれてありがとうございます。どこだ？あれ？これね、どこってないの？
Know how to disable the traps?
I'm sorry. I'm not a member of the Order of Truth.
Looks like I'll just have to step in, even if it is toxic waste.
Be careful. I think the entire facility is spiraling out of control. The path I took looked like that too. Eugen, how are things on your end? Did you find your core members?
下か。
I'm still approaching. Mina said they were all together. If I head to the communications coordinates, I should be able to find them all. There's been no replies for a while now. What are vital signs of being transmitted? Those dumbasses! How dare they put their captain through this? I'll let them know they can never leave without me again. I'll just have to do the heavy lifting from now on.
Am I witness to this? Are you going to keep that promise?
向こう側行けないってこと？いけるやん。
Eugen, I think this door connects to that side, but it won't budge. How did you open it?
There should be a security device in front of the door. Shooting it should do the trick. More importantly, why is nobody responding? Mina, Vince, everyone, please, respond.
来た、いっぱい来た。めっちゃ来る。ごめんなさい。まだ来る。 高いからね。お、韓国アイドルだ。
Wait, what the hell is this?
Eugen, I'm trying to tell you. This is.
A cultivating device that generates the Vulgus
モドエイ
bodies.
リアンだなこれ。
It's the same shape as the hatchery above, but with the stabilizers removed. Judging by the size, this would produce soldiers at a speed far greater than that of regular. Bobby, can you give me a hand? If we open this organic matter storage tank, we can gauge how much raw material has been used. Then we can get a rough estimate on how many units have been created. Check those auxiliary tanks that are down there.
壊すのかな。これじゃない。向こうか。
There are Vulgus waking up in all directions. Watch out!
Eugen, you need to look for your medical corps members. Go! Quickly!
I don't do this now. Everyone in Albion will lose someone precious to them. HQ gravely underestimates the scale of the enemy's forces. Based on my current estimates, the number of units produced here is 20 times larger than all of humankind. Captain! Help! Ben! All of you close by? Damn it! This freaking tank is too sturdy! You guys! Hang in there! I'll be there soon!
Captain! I don't want to die like this! Everybody's here!
Rivet. That vital sign. From that monster. Don't tell me.
Captain! Kill Ash!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Those are my corps members! The medical corps members! I can fix them! I can heal them with my arcade! Please, don't shoot!
やばい。弾薬
I'm
不足。
begging you!
Eugen, it's too dangerous! And
Yeah.
they're already.
Ruben!
当たらねえ。ショットガンに変えよう。
Please!
雑魚まで来てるじゃん。あ、コアクさんこんにちは。今日も来てくれてありがとうございます。ちょっと今ピンチです。あ、毒ダメなんだね。 あ、そっかそっか。ありがとう。よし。危ねえ。あいつ味方だったのか。
HQ, reporting results of the operation. We've confirmed evidence of large-scale Vulgus production at the Order of Truth's main base. Production scale is approximately 20 times larger than Albion's total forces. Also, missing medical corps members. All members confirmed to be KIA.
Eugen, comms are unstable, but we have received your report. Please quickly return to Albion. Looks like those forces are already on the move. Corell's fleet has arrived.
これは結構きついな。
Feast your eyes upon the road that will lead us home. The time has come. We shall terminate the descendants and humanity and end my conquest. Remember your final destination. Capture the remaining Ironhearts. All Ironhearts are within range. When the three paths converge into one, my conquest will be complete. Raise your weapons. Drown the enemy in fear. My power will lead you to victory! Kill the descendants! Kill them all! Kill them all! Take them out! Kill them all! Kill the descendants! Kill them! Load the Ironheart onto the ship. Time to go.
This is HQ. All zones in Albion are now on high alert. Any descendants who are operation ready, please assemble at HQ.
いよいよクライマックスかな。あれ？これか？
I was lost in thought. I did wonder where all the manufactured Vulgus went, but I never expected them to be battle-ready this quickly. No matter how solid our defense line is at the White Knight Gulch, against a force that large, we won't be able to protect the Ironheart. And because they've divided their forces, Albion is under threat as well. This is why the Vulgus pulled their forces back from the White Knight Gulch. To make us lower our guard, and to lure us into the White Knight Gulch with the Ironheart. We should head back to HQ. I'll take Dr. Han to the medical corps. Don't worry, I don't need any help. When I got him on his feet earlier, he wasn't heavy. He really is just like paper. I could probably carry him around. He's so light. Did you know that Eugen can't use his Arche abilities on himself? He sacrifices so much for his teammates, and he can't even heal his own heart. I feel so bad for him. But I know he'll be fine. He has you and me, after all. His partners in arms. Don't worry about him. Let's head back. I'll see you soon. That's a promise.
This is HQ. Again, all zones in Albion are on high alert. Any descendants who are operation ready should meet at HQ.
We also need descendants as the Void Zone. Classification type, Pyramid. This is a very stubborn colossus.
これみんなの話聞くのかな?
It's the Descendant! Look, Keelan! I was right, wasn't I? I told you HQ would send reinforcements. Looks like I won that bet. Oh, this is great! Drinks for me all night at the Brown Beard.
I don't mind you drinking all night, but just stop talking. You talk too much.
No, I'm gonna talk as much as I want all night long. Oh, right. I'm Inez Rhea, a descendant with Hound. Nice to meet you. This is the first time I've worked with another descendant. I was assigned to Hound as soon as I finished my descendant training. My unit is only sent on missions to Void vessels, so we rarely run into other descendants who might be heading to intercept battle locations. Hey, Keelan, haven't you two met before? You were in the Descendant Corps before coming here.
Don't know. Don't really care about other people.
Oh, you know, every time you behave like this, I have to just take a deep breath. If I didn't, I might hit you on the head. For goodness sake, why can't you just get on with people? You get along fine with Jeremy. What's your problem?
None of your business. I'm dealing with it.
Sure you are.
Anyway, how long are you gonna leave the Descendant just standing there, Inez?
I was just about to explain. So, Descendant, we'll keep you fully briefed about the mission, but you'll find a Void vessel very different from the Void intercept battle locations you're used to. We don't know what traps or hazards it might have, so you'll need to be more careful than usual. It won't be easy, but I heard that you're quite the star in the Descendant Corps. I'm sure you'll do just fine on Hound missions too. It's a shame I can't come exploring with you. I could be a huge help. But I've only been back from the Void for a few days, so I can't go with you. You know, too much exposure to Void energy being dangerous and all that. I'll do what I can from here to help you with whatever you need. All right, Descendant? Let's do this. Keelan, you could say something encouraging too.
Good luck on the mission. Let's try not to get in each other's way.
He's got a bit of an attitude problem, but he's also got a heart of gold. So please don't be offended. Sincerely, Inez.
I don't understand, Alpha. Why have I been excluded from this operation? I'm the only descendant who has any experience with the Void Abyss. Aren't I the logical choice for this?
No. As your commander, I will not allow it.
Alpha!
You're right. No other descendant knows the Void Abyss better than you. But can you really tell me that's the only reason you want this mission? You and I both know that it's not. Besides, you lead a team now. Are you going to simply abandon them?
All right.
What is it now? Descendants, Corell's fleet has begun its approach. The predicted attack targets are the White Knight Gulch, where the Iron Heart is located, and Albion. HQ's predictions of the numbers of remaining Vulgus forces have been completely inaccurate. To mass-produce that many troops so quickly. Corell lured us into a false sense of victory, then used that to bring the Ironheart into the Vulgus' orbit. Also, after the phenomenon of the light beams near the Hagios, the dimensional wall has been weakening at an alarming speed. The closure of the dimensional wall and this diametrically opposite phenomenon. This might be due to the inversion that Corel spoke of. We're already seeing the Colossi being affected. Descendants, for now, please prepare for an intercept battle. According to Seneca's report, the pyromaniac Colossi are approaching Ingress. This truly is the worst-case scenario. First Corel's fleet, and now the Colossi?
If you have something to say, you're here because you're worried about me. Well, there's no need. When it comes to the Void Abyss, my emotions tend to get the better of me. HQ made the right call to leave this operation to Hound, and they were also right to choose you to support this operation. Personal feelings need to be left out of the equation if we want to achieve our overall goal. All the right decisions have been made, and it's for the best. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel apprehensive. As someone who's been to the Void Abyss before, I have to warn you. Never, ever let your guard down. Not even for a moment. You must stay as calm as possible, even if you're under immense pressure. Keelan's experience and understanding of Void vessels doesn't count for much. There are no guarantees in the Abyss. You'll be put under a tremendous amount of external force while you're conveyed to the operations site. If you lose consciousness at any point, you'll fall into the void and drift there. So stay focused and channel your RK as much as you can. That's the only way we'll be able to locate you if something happens. Remember what I've said, and come back safely.
Descendant, I have something to tell you. Please come and see me.
どこだ?
Descendant. You are here, Descendant. I have something to tell you concerning the Void Abyss. The Void Abyss is a place that is unknown even to me. I cannot find anything about it in my systems. I have searched the records of Albion headquarters for solid information, but unfortunately there are very few documents about the Void Abyss. One thing I have discovered is that void energy is very strong in the Abyss, and there are elements there that do not exist in Ingress. Void energy has a negative effect on the RK of Descendants. You and I are linked by RK, which means our link could be broken. For now, I can only hope that our link will remain intact. But there are no guarantees. I will look into a way to stay linked to both you and Keelan for as long as possible. Please acquire as much data as you can from the Void Abyss and VV-072. When you return to Albion, I will analyze the data and plan our next course of action.
Main quest 表示してほしいな。これは？これかな？パイロマニアック。これは違うか。あ、これでいいのか。
Are you ready to undertake a void intercept battle assignment?
これになるな。
There you
これでいい
are,
のか。
Descendant. I've been informed that you're to be deployed on a reconnaissance mission to the newly discovered void vessel, BV-072. Void space is full of uncertainty and danger. The remote abyss will contain greater threats and be even more unpredictable as well. Which is why you need to be more cautious. The most important thing is not to lose consciousness. while traveling into the void abyss.
これじゃないっぽいね。
Traveling into the void abyss
Story
involves
進めたいん
crossing
だけど。
dimensions, and will subject you to immense gravitational pull, close to 10 times the gravity of Ingress. Traveling to a void intercept battle location is a walk in the park compared to this. As Ajax likely told you, if you lose consciousness, you could end up drifting in the void. Even a slight lapse of concentration could knock you off course. Even getting to the operation site itself could prove to be a challenge. But I believe in you, Descendant. I'll activate the void radar once you're ready.
You heard Seneca, yeah? You better get your act together, unless you want to be MIA in a void.
なんかすごいいっぱいもらってるな。全部分解しとこうか。アルティメットどっちが強いかな。シールドとか強化した方がいいのかな。
こんにちは。
あ、サイマイさん、こんにちは。今日も来てくれてありがとう。とりあえずジャンク分解だけしといて、後からこういうのをやろうかな。あ、これか。パイロマニアック。これでストーリー進むかな。あ、こいつ倒すために炎属性のやつもらったのかな。あれ、なんかワープどうなった？いけるかな。弾が白弾落としてくれないかな。何これ。あ、白弾ナイス。またなんか使ったなこいつ。どこ行った？うわっ、 やべやべ、こんな至近距離使うんじゃねえ。ああ、ダメだった。やべ、毒じゃねえ、マグマ。よし。ありがとう。みんなありがとうございます。
ナイス。
ありがとうございます。これでストーリー進むかな。あ、そっか、4時から更新だよね。
初見です。こんにちは。
あ、初見さんこんにちは、ありがとう。ゆてるかさんでいいのかな。来てくれてありがとうございます。一括受け取り。で、今日は何かな。アサルトライフル、グループエモーション3回、敵指揮官3体、敵の弱点、侵入作戦。じゃあグループエモートであれ3回やったけど、面白いよね。自分も最近初めてね、今ストーリーを進めてるところですね。
What about? The intercept of the pyromaniac has been confirmed. Job well done, Descendant. However, given the current state of the dimensional wall, we do not know what Colossus will surface the next time, or when. Humankind must choose whether to engage in an all-out pointless war against Corell's great army, or face equally immense colossi, which will appear as soon as the dimensional wall disappears. Strategy, tactics, troop numbers. We are at an overwhelming disadvantage in all aspects. If things continue like this, humanity really will.
We can't give up yet, Nell. We have one final option.
Alpha?
アルファと話す。
As all of you know, the situation we find ourselves in seems pretty dire. Due to my lack of sound judgment, I fell for Corell's trap. The Ironheart, which I considered to be our only hope, turned out not to be the key to our salvation after all. If we had used the Ironheart in Albion as I stubbornly insisted, I dread to think what would have happened. This situation is one I created. I am solely to blame. Yes, I am the Descendant who was always defeated. That is likely why I was never able to link with the Guide. I should never have become Commander. However, if there was someone who could heed the true calling of the Descendants, then I would let go of everything I have believed in up until now and put my trust in them. Everyone, I am ordering the destruction of the Ironheart. I will deal with the Magisters. I believe they wouldn't be able to survive without us anyway. Descendants, you need to work with the Guide and carry out any and all necessary operations to destroy the Ironheart. No need to wait for approval from HQ. Just make sure you are as victorious in this as you always are. I'm sure that you will be, as you always have been. I place my trust in you, Descendant. Command, we must move quickly. We need to support the Descendants and stop the Vulgus at all costs.
Descendants, I have heard Alpha's message. I am sorry I'm unable to directly communicate with him. Come with me, Descendants. It is our turn now. Descendants, we are close to achieving our true target. However, as Alpha said, the situation is dire. We must hurry. First, it would be wise to move the Ironheart in the White Knight Gulch to Albion. Albion has put in place defensive measures to counter Vulgus battleships. We should also be able to access the energy required to destroy the Ironheart. But we need an immense amount of Arche to detach an Ironheart which is linked to a Prime Hands. For this reason, most of the Descendants must be sent to aid the detachment. For you, however, I have a different request. Descendant, come with me to where the phenomenon known as the Pillar of Light occurred. When that Pillar of Light took effect, as well as the energy of the Ironheart, I felt a familiar kind of pain, as if my skin was peeling and my flesh was melting. There must be an inverted Ironheart there. Corell would have connected it to a Prime Hands in order to collapse the dimensional wall. We must stop this before the dimensional wall is completely destroyed. We must retrieve the inverted Ironheart. If we fail to do so, even if the Ironheart is immediately moved to Albion, countless colossi will appear throughout Ingress. However, if we take back the inverted Ironheart, the destruction of the dimensional wall will be stopped, and Corell's advance will be delayed. I will deliver the mission to detach the Ironheart to the other Descendants. Please go now, to the place where the Pillar of Light was. I will meet you there, Descendant.
Guide, this is Jaber. I've been dispatched to the Hagios. I'm investigating intel that Aemon, the General of the Legion of Immortality, was recently here. I don't think Aemon appearing at this point in time is a coincidence. I'm sure it's related to this incident.
That is indeed unusual. I'll join you there, Jaber.
砂丘基地の全焼基地でジェイワーと話す。
This is Jaber. I have clear reception. Mind if we skip the pleasantries, since we're short on time? If what the guide says is true, in order to retrieve the Ironheart that's here, there's something we have to understand first. The entry device to the Hagios Prime hands was destroyed a long time ago, and neither we nor the Vulgus could gain entry. But now they've just sauntered in there and connected the Ironheart to the Prime hands. I think this whole thing has something to do with this intel on Eamon. Here.
This is Zachary of the 22nd Recon Squad. A surveillance drone in the Hagios corrupted zone has tracked the movements of the high-ranking Vulgus, Eamon. We're unable to access the data remotely due to our signal being jammed. The surveillance drone needs to be retrieved for the data to be confirmed. Our recon squad has been scattered by a Vulgus attack. Requesting backup.
This communication was received by HQ a few hours ago. Not long after, a pillar of light appeared in Hagios, and Corell's fleet began to move. I think Eamon found something in the corrupted zone that allowed them to enter the ruins. Looks like we need to find Eamon before we can get the Ironheart. Don't you think I'm the best person for that job? With my arcane ability? The other descendants can help with the mission to detach the Ironheart.
No, Jaber. We all need to go together. You should focus on your capabilities, while we handle the battle missions. It would be wise to gather intel on the nearby area first. We will need the recon squad's help to establish Eamon's location.
Oh, well, this suddenly turned into a cooperative mission. Well, I guess it should be fine, so long as I don't have to work with loud people like Blair or Luna.
でまた任務こなしていけばいい。雷属性耐性上げてた方がいいけど、そのままいきます。
Zachary of the 22nd Recon Squad. Zachary, we've identified an allied signal. Please respond.
Zachary, this is the Descendant Jaber. We received your intel.
Allied signal, please respond. Communications are unstable.
Looks like the jamming signal is still active. Take care of the Vulgus. I need to secure high ground to service the communications grid.
Goddamn comms grid. This is Zachary. Sending our location now. Please confirm if you're able to breach the siege and join us here.
Coordinates confirmed. We're not far away. We need to clear a path first. Jaber to the 22nd Recon Squad. Securing nearby area and joining you. Over.
あー、もったいない。
There are enemies blocking our path. We need to get through them to pass. This is Zachary. The enemy has cordoned off the nearby area, so proceed with caution. Over. Descendant, I've dispatched a search drone. Requesting an escort for the search drone and investigation of traces of the scattered recon members.
I'll operate turrets to keep the surrounding area secure, and I'll leave the escorting to you. It's a Vulgus ambush.
Signal confirmed. Descendant, not far away. We'll be waiting for you.
ああ、またやっちまった。急げ急げ急げ。
Of the material, we should be able to pinpoint the locations of the dispersed members.
Zachary, we've broken through the Vulgus blockade. We're trying to pinpoint the locations of the scattered recon squad members. Understood. Thanks for the support.
I don't need thanks. What I need is the recon squad surveillance data.
Roger that.
You don't seem to be very friendly with your teammates, Jaber.
We're all just pieces on the chessboard of war. We can be best buds after we've won.
Recon Squad, reporting. HQ, the Descendants have arrived. I repeat, the Descendants have arrived. HQ, do you copy? Ah, damn it. Ah, Descendant. You saved my life back there. I'm Zachary, 22nd Recon Squad member. So, do you know what the hell is going on? Comms have been down the past few days, we've had no backup. And then suddenly Eamon appears, and now there's some strange beam of light shooting down from the sky. I thought the Vulgus were launching an all-out assault and nearly crapped my pants. What? I was right? Well, that's one thing. But the comms... Did you say you only received it a few hours ago? No way. It's been more than 48 hours since I transmitted those comms. I can't believe you've only just received the comms I sent a few days ago. Have you detected the Vulgus jamming your signals at all? Ah, so that's why backup was delayed. And why we weren't getting comms from HQ. So, when we saw reinforcements weren't coming, we had to put together a team of scouts to retrieve the surveillance drone ourselves. We lost many soldiers in the process, and the drone was damaged. I was planning to recover the drone's memory logs and take them directly to HQ. But as you know, we can't use the RK warp device. What do we do now? Is the situation foobar?
Don't worry. I designed this surveillance drone. I optimized its field performance so that you can use Vulgus parts for emergency repairs. Zachary, can we get these parts nearby?
Yep, we can definitely find them around here. I'll walk you through what you need to do.
If we can access the information captured by the drone, we can bridge that 48-hour gap in no time. Keep at it.
で、また任務遂行する。
The operation is simple. Shake up the enemy lines there, and find the parts needed to repair the turrets here. Here come the enemy defense forces. I'll begin working once the commotion starts. Create more chaos. It's still not enough.
Ah, ムルスさんじゃないあれ。
Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Divert their attention. I found the parts needed for the repair.
エヴァンゲリオンみたいなのが来たな。これか？
The disturbance needs to be louder. Blow up something. Their communications facility would be good.
おーすげえ、なんか乗ってる。 ありがとうムルシさん、サポートしてくれて。
Using two channels to communicate. There's likely another comms facility nearby.
どこだ？あれ全然違う。これが近かったね。もう大丈夫。あ、はいはいはい。ありがとう。デイリー頑張ってね。ごめんなさいね。戦闘中はコメント読めない時があるので。
Hit the elite enemies. They're hidden deep within the depths. I'll use the opportunity to snag the repair parts.
まだいる。
Elite enemy units. They were hiding, just as expected.
OK。ムルシさんありがとう。今日も来てくれてめっちゃ助かります。あと1個。
essential part. I hope we'll be able to get it. There should be a generator supplying power in that facility. I need those generator parts. Radio wave neutralization device. You need that to shut down the generator.
Here you go.
Confirming generator shutdown. All you have to do now is bring those parts in. Enemy reinforcements spotted. Given the situation, it'll be better to eliminate them from the inside. I'll provide support from the outside.
どこだ？ここじゃねえの。あ、R2 か。うわっ、武器が変わってる。どこだ？ここか。上か。 まだ上。倒したからね。めっちゃ来るな。どこだ？あそこか。
Alert and Descendant. Enemy elite Vanguard forces have been spotted. They are now the highest priority target. The operation has been confirmed a success.
ありがとう、誰か
And
来て
as
くれて。
expected, the Descendant is also safe.
That should be enough parts to repair it. All we need to do is get it to boot and safe mode. The data the drone recorded is the most important thing. Bring the parts to the outpost.
All operation units. Huh. According to the data captured by the drone, Eamon's most recent destination was a naturally formed cave. It doesn't seem to have any tactical value. That being said, there's a high number of Vulgus troops going in and out of the cave. Construction materials and heavy equipment. There's a lot of high-tech equipment being brought in too. They wouldn't be there without a reason. We need to initiate a search operation now. Could you handle the cave? I'll seal off the entrance to stop the enemy getting reinforcements, or retreating. Zachary will cover us from enemy snipers with his scout rifle. We don't have much time. Let's move.
Descendants, there's a few important things to keep in mind for this operation. And I have a personal favor to ask of you as well.
22 Recon Squad. When you get near to the cave, be on guard for the commander-level Vulgus who is stationed there. He's a cyborg Vulgus called Keldir. He's part of a specialized sniper unit that uses anti-matter ammunition. I managed to damage his visual sensors last time I engaged him. But he can still use his auxiliary sensors and sound functions to launch deadly attacks. Fighting him could be a challenge, even for a Descendant. And as for my personal request, well, if you do run into Keldir, I'd like to be the one to finish him. I lost a lot of good men to that piece of crap Vulgus. If I'm not the one to take him out, I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
Zachary, emotional soldiers are no use in a war.
Are you telling me not to avenge my men?
No. If you're gonna do it, just make sure you're smart about it. We'll give you all the support you need, so don't be a hero about it. Whether it's the head or the heart of that Vulgus. We'll get you what you need.
Understood.
アイテムも大丈夫かな。あ、もういっぱいになりそうだね。ちょっと分解しとこうか。めちゃくちゃ遠いな。あ、もうすぐ近くだ。早くみんなに追いつきたいな。
It is as Lord Aemon said. The Descendants have arrived. Initiating extermination protocol. Destroy all traces of excavation. Activate all defense measures. To the entity who slays the Descendant, Lord Aemon will bestow a new body prosthetic and independent persona.
Excavation. Right. The Vulgus signal from inside the cave was also very strong. Guide, can you identify anything of significance?
I am unable to detect any traces of the Iron Heart or void energy from here. However, I am picking up a very familiar phase pulse. Definitely. Descendant, please look on the opposite side of the cave. Jaber confirmed there is heavy equipment and high-tech facilities there. The answers will be there.
Initiate section containment. Activate high-energy laser defense. The Descendant has entered the kill zone. Block all access roads. Initiate attack in a siege formation. Claim the kill. Execute the Descendant. Be rewarded with body prosthesis transfer zone.
Partition control function into rows. If you destroy all the controllers, partition can be manually controlled from this side. Destroy all of them for me.
またいい。
Containment partition has been lifted. The laser traps are on a separate circuit. We can't control it from here, so we need your skills.
危ね
Operational Volga's terminal ahead. Connect your receive to the terminal. I'll try to control the decommissioned passageway remotely.
Descendant, do you remember the phase shift gate that was at the Prime Hand's ruins? I think I understand now. It seems the waves I can detect are the same as the ones from that phase shift gate.
Are you saying there's a phase shift gate here? I'm pretty sure the gate you mentioned was installed in front of the Hagios Prime Hand's ruins. It's the only way to enter the ruins, but it's been sealed ever since it was first discovered. And this isn't the ruins. So what is it, really?
We should be able to find out soon. The wavelengths become stronger the deeper we go.
ごめんなさいね、無口になっちゃうね、これ。
Descendant, over there. The Vulgus were excavating a phase shift gate here.
So it really wasn't just a kid. But how the hell did Eamon figure this out?
Eamon has been well versed in the details and capabilities of such facilities for a long time. However, there is no time to stand and watch. We must find out what information Eamon was able to obtain there.
Careful of the Vulgus reinforcements as well. They've started to come through the cave entrance.
Your rank is low, and you have no record of slaying a descendant. I am depriving you of this opportunity. I will face them myself. You cannot see new eyes if you kill a human without arcade. Even 1,000 kills is not enough.
Nice spicy loot for Zachary. As I expected, the head really is the best part.
There is a terminal which is linked to the phase shift gate. Please connect me to it. There was more than one phase shift gate. The Vulgus have already excavated and taken several. The damage to the last remaining one here was so severe, it seems they abandoned their excavation of it. I detect phase wavelengths erupting from the damaged parts.
The first surge was much stronger than the one we had just now. That's why there was a jamming signal generated across Hagios. We could use this when attacking. It might come in handy when we face Corell's fleet.
アルビエンへ移動。
When you report on the operation, check on the status of the Ironheart detachment. We're still working on the jamming signal, so our comms won't be able to reach all the way out there.
アサルトライフル装備してなかったっけ。ここにこれはサブマシンガンになるんだ。サンダーケージは持ってるかな。さっき全部撃っちゃったからな。やべ、持ってない。いいか、そのまま進めましょう。ちょっとなんか手紙来てるね。あれ来てないか。なんかメールマークがついてたような気がしたけど。
It isn't easy. Descendant, what's the status of the Hagios operation? We haven't received any comms. We were getting worried. What did you say? The recon squad's communication was sent 48 hours ago? That doesn't make any sense. How have the Vulgus developed advanced tech warfare capabilities? Run the details by me again, please? Alright, so Eamon was excavating a phase shift gate in the hidden ruins, and he discovered that the damaged device emitted quantum waves which acted as jamming signals. I see. I understand that he would have taken advantage of such an opportunity. It seems luck is not on our side. If we'd received this report sooner, we could have acted on the information. But at least we have some useful intel, even if it didn't reach us at the right time. If we can find the excavated phase shift gate, we'll still be able to achieve our goal. I'm more concerned with the operation at the White Knight Gulch. It's taking longer to detach the Ironheart than we expected. At this rate, it may not be completed by the time Corell's fleet arrives. We've already had reports of Vulgus forces appearing near to the gulch. We're running out of time. I wish there was some way that we could turn things around. We'll just have to do the best we can on both fronts for now. Please continue with the operation.
Wait, are comms back up? Is this Jaber's received signal?
Blair, why are you in the Hagios?
It is you, turret boy. It's nice to hear your voice. Have you eaten? What would happen to me? Well, it's a long story. There was the Vulgus forward base and these weird cargo trucks. I ran into all sorts of things. While all that was happening, comms were down and the guide was nowhere to be seen. There were a lot of enemies and that weird beam of light phenomenon. Everything was nuts.
The gist. Give me the gist. Vulgus base, cargo trucks. Actually, just send your current location. I should hear this in person.
Sounds good to me. I'll send you the coordinates. You send me updates on what's been going on at your end.
Broken Monoris ここか。
Have you been eating well? Come on in. Have you eaten? Damn. Jaber sent me the sit rep. Things have really hit the fan. Oh, you asked why I was here. I heard the scouts were having a difficult time of it, so I snuck in to make them a warm meal. A kind of surprise event. But the real surprise was prepared by Corell. God damn it, he seems like someone with no table manners. So no change there. Anyway, the Vulgus passed through this way not long ago with a convoy of cargo trucks loaded up with a ton of stuff. When I tracked the convoy with the scouts, we found some kind of Vulgus forward base. It looked like it had been built in a hurry, but the security was no joke. What's worse, there was a commander-level Vulgus with heavy armor and high-powered weapons. He chased us, the bastard, and when we called for backup, there was no response. We ended up fighting for several days while being totally surrounded when suddenly a beam of light appeared from somewhere near the ruins. Maybe that fat-ass commander was also distracted by the beam of light because he stopped attacking, and we were able to retreat. Just. By the time we managed to regroup, the only ones of us left were Dominic here and me. Had I known what would happen, I would have brought my friends more than just a meal. It was their last supper, in the end. Which is why, if you're going to that Vulgus forward base now, you need to let Dominic and me tag along. They flipped the table in front of the chef, and it's time to teach them some real table manners. Also, if you want to prevent them from getting the Ironheart, you're gonna need more people. Dominic will show you the way to the forward base. Let's head there and turn up the heat.
Why do more and more people keep getting involved?
I thought.
22 Recon Squad. Nice to meet you. My name's Dominic. I'm a scout accompanying Blair. In order to get to the Vulgus forward base, you have to secure this area first, as it's our main route. There's also a number of important additional tasks to do. Blair's already familiar with this terrain. I'll fill him in on the mission separately. You'll need to follow the instructions given by the Recon Squad. Or what's left of it, anyway, as Zachary and I are the only ones who survived. Anyway, good luck. Oh, by the way, I heard from Zachary. His troops were hit pretty hard, but I heard you took the enemy to task and helped Zachary get his own back. Thanks for that. And Blair, your meal was also very tasty. I feel like I always owe you Descendant something. When this battle is over, I'll buy you a drink in Albion on behalf of my entire team. I promise.
Dominic, that's what you call a death flag right there. Soldiers are superstitious, you know that.
Okay then, I'll bake you a pie or something after the war is over. Not even you can top my mother's recipe.
Keep it up, you joker. Them's fighting words right there.
Just ignore the hairball, Dominic.
で、また任務やればいいのかな。どこが近いかな。
We've identified a large-scale Volga supply transport. Sending the coordinates to your receive now. The enemy is blocking all movement to our target point. We need you to break through. You should be able to see where the enemy is blocking entry. Your target is the supplies that are available.
まだいる？あー、めっちゃ来た。やばいやばい。
The supplies are Kuiper ores secured by the enemy. You need to quickly destroy all Kuiper which has already been exposed to Volga's energy.
めっちゃ来る。やばい。体力がやられ。やばいなここ。めっちゃ出てくるんだけど。ちょっと体力回復したいな。 やばい。やばいやばいやばい。多すぎるでしょ。ねえ、無限脇っぽいね。ああ、もうこれ遮蔽物がないから隠れられないんだよな。
The strategic point has been secured and the enemy supply network has been dealt a heavy blow. Great work.
あとは近いところ。
Alright, is everybody ready to turn up the heat? This next operation will be a diversion.
While you're attacking here, Blair will clear a path to their front base.
Usha, whip up something with the Vulgus, please. They're heading your way.
Force is larger than expected. You should exercise caution.
うわっ。
We've detected Vulgus signals coming from inside. Watch out for any possible ambushes that may be waiting for you.
あ、使えなかった。嘘。
There's a substantial force stationed here as well.
どっかから下にいたのかな。
Defense Commander begs. Relaying orders. Stop the Descendants. Prove your loyalty and achieve new glory.
That voice. It sounds like the Vulgus commander who attacked us. Is that right, Dominic?
You would be correct. It's my greatest wish to rebuild that faster.
やばい。落ちる。ああ、やっちまった。見えない見えない。これ当たったらダメなんだやっぱ。やばいやばいやばい。めっちゃいっぱいいる。
The operation is a success. Great work out there.
Good. Now that we've gained control of this much of the
めっ
area,
ちゃ強くなってきた
we
な。
can start attacking their base directly. I've marked where to regroup. Let's get moving.
I wish we could find some clues on how to access the Prime Hands.
ブレアと話す。アサルトライフル手に入れてないかな。あった。これちょっと装備してでこれもいっぱいやな。で分解しといてこれも分解でアサルトライフルで敵20体ぐらいだっけ。20体。今どこにいんだ。あ、めちゃくちゃ遠いね。じゃあ移動した方が早いね。
Over here. Okay, let's see what we have to do here then. So, we have to locate the phase shift gate that Eamon discovered and analyze it to figure out how it was done. That's easy enough. Jaber and the guide can do the analysis while the infiltration team fight their way into the base and wreak havoc. I want Dominic on higher ground to get eyes on the base and provide sniper support as necessary. I'll head out first. You guys follow me later.
また任務か。めっちゃ体力減るの早いな。よし、これでもいいでしょう。出入りクリア。どこだ？ここか。
We're off to a good start. We found their cargo. It's an excavated phase shift gate from the cave.
We need to find out how the Vulgus used this. If there is a Vulgus terminal inside the base, please connect me to it.
危ない。
Vulgus terminal, we need to seize a security master key and decrypt it. I'll try to open the case remotely. Once I disable the physical security, attack the cargo box, and get the key.
Where?うわあ、びっくりさせやがってこいつら。こっから湧いてきた。あ、エイムが合わない。 回収して向こうに持ってくのか。
I'll search for a terminal that can be accessed internally. Wait here. The place where we spotted a signal is the point where a connection should be possible. Over to you, guide. Hope you'll be able to find some useful information.
Ya be!
The enemy has been extracting quantum energy that was stored inside the phase shift gates. There is a separate facility where energy is extracted and controlled. We must earn this place.
If that's the case, we have no other option except search the entire base.
Descendant, once you've done everything you need to do, you need to destroy the power source so that Vulgus can no longer use it. I'll mark the location of the power source. Units have been destroyed. Excellent work.
どっちが近いかな。これさっきやったんですか。あ、そうだ、装備変えとかないと。同じ色の武器はしない方がいいね。何装備してたっけさっき。ピストルか。ランチャーとか装備しとこうかな。あ、でも紫か。じゃあ緑にしとこうか。
サンダーのレベル上げてみては。
あ、そっか、レベルなんか上げた方がいいっつってたね。じゃあ一回戻った方がいいんだよね、アルビオンに。 まだ上げ方がわからなくてね。なんか作業台でやるのかな。なんかメール来てるね。落とし物拾ったっつってたか。あ、受け取れないな、アイテムいっぱいで。これかな。武器作業台。伝承する武器。
そこ。
ありがとう。これで何でもいいのかな、素材とする武器は。なんか買わないといけないのか。リアルマネーが必要なんだ。
レベルが一番高いやつ。
レベルが一番高いやつ。やっぱなんか伝承素材が必要らしいね。これ買わないといけないんだ。
そのアイテム後ろのエリアで作れます。制作しましょう。
後ろのエリア。
Would you like to use the laboratory?
どこだろう。これかな。尖閣者モジュール調整。こっちはモジュールだよね。プライベート収納箱。これかな。補助作業台。違うか。どれだろう。何で制作するんだろう。これか。この人か。
If you need something for battle, you won't find anyone better.
装備品購入。売ってないな。この人かな。
Would you like to access the laboratory?
実験室。訓練か。違う。
左から2番目のマーク。
マップ左から2番目のマーク。どれだろう。これかな。マップ左から2番目。これモジュールエキスパート。これモジュールのやつだよね。これは違うか。何が必要だっけ。
下の円形状の建物。
下の円形状の建物。これ。これかな。シティ複合支援団地。あれ、こっちじゃない。 使えないね。
建物内。
建物内？建物内。これか。アモルファス？あ、研究制作で作るってことか。アナイスさん。
If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
研究依頼。どれが必要だっけ？武器素材か。なんだっけ？見てきていい？
そこです。
ありがとう、教えてくれて。何が必要だっけこれ。精密位相変換器。精密変換器ね。精密変換器。精密変換器。ごめんなさいね、何も分からなくて。精密変換器。精密変換器。
強化素材。
強化素材。オッケー、ありがとう。これか。オッケー、ありがとう。何個か作っとった方がいいかな。あ、時間かかるんだ。4個ぐらい作っとこうか。ありがとう、教えてくれて。で、これも分解しときましょうか。いっぱいある。
そこ結構お世話になります。
そっか。ありがとう。武器強化とかも全然知らなかったからね。教えていただけるとめちゃくちゃ助かります。ビエッサーのコード。アルティメット。じゃあ、あと研究ができるまで任務やっていこうか。その前にも持ち物いっぱいなんだよな。ちょっと分解して。これも分解しといて。で、武器はちょっと残しといた方がいいかな。武器はまだ持ってそうかな。
お疲れ様でした。頑張ってください。
ありがとうございます。本当いつも教えていただいてめっちゃ助かります。じゃあちょっと任務やってたら立つかな。
お疲れ様。
お疲れ様。サイマイさんもありがとう。ムルシさんお疲れ様。いつも見ていただいて本当ありがたいです。あ、もう3時間やってんだ。楽しすぎて時間が経つのが早いんだよな。じゃああと1回ミッションやったら終わりましょうか。6時になるしね。みんな夕飯の支度とかもあるだろうし。どこだこれ。どっから出んだ。
マイクラも来ましたからね。
そうだよね。いろいろもう冬いっぱいいろんなアップで来るからね。近々モンハンも来週か。 やることが多すぎんだよな。これさっきやったやつかな。いいかこれで。
This is Zachary. The enemy's anti-aircraft fire is making it difficult for Albion transport planes to land.
あ、ライフルに変えた。
Zach, watch out. There's an anti-air railgun installed at this base. Tell the transport plane pilot to stand by. Descendant, the device that controls the enemy anti-air guns is at the target zone. You'll need to get past the enemy's defense first. The target device is inside. When you get close, Eckert will attempt to neutralize it remotely. Eckert, do you need more time to disable the control unit?
The Vulgus is blocked above. Looks like we'll have to destroy it ourselves.
Descendant, it's time for physical action. Unit spotted. Transmitting to your receive. You have to destroy it. Hurry.
Oh, マサルいらんくも上がった。 あ、アキラさんこんばんは。今日も来てくれてありがとうございます。もうそろそろ終わるんですけどね。
One more control unit remaining.
あれ、まだある。あ、お疲れ様。またでいい。
Zach, the enemy anti-air artillery have been neutralized. Help guide the transport planes to land.
Master Aemon, the forward base is under attack. Descendants are approaching the ruins. We need reinforcements.
Master Aemon, what is going on? Why does he not reply to our communication? I will send my personal commander unit for now. The Descendants must be stopped.
Pretty cool, yeah?
多いですね。
Transport plane carrying the heroes is returning to Albion. Relaying our thanks for your support.
The heroes?
The men of the recon squad. We're sending back the bodies of our teammates we were able to recover.
Thank you for all your hard work, Zach. I'll make my way back shortly.
These coordinates are close to the Prime Hand's ruins. The Vulgus signals are already going crazy.
I was gonna join Zachary. Are you sure you won't need me on support?
Compared to the Vulgus that are gonna swarm the White Knight Gulch and Albion, this is nothing.
And I've got all the support I need. And your promise of homemade pie at the end of it all. There's no way I'm dying without a taste of that.
Yeah, that's a death flag.
Ah, damn it! I'm sure I'll be okay.
よし、じゃあ今回はこれくらいで終わりましょうかね。マスタリーランクでも上げて。まだ研究終わってないよね。20分経ってないもんね。じゃあ研究は明日かな。まず忘れる前にマスタリーランクを。ありがとうございました。ハケル様お疲れ様、ありがとうございます。皆さんマスタリーランクだけ上げましょうね。忘れないうちに。
お疲れ様です。
皆さんお疲れ様、ありがとう。ではでは今回はこれで終わりにしたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。挨拶ありがとうございました。それでは失礼します。ありがとうございました。失礼します。